I want to talk about, I wanted to talk about it a few days ago, and then I forgot. I forgot exactly the thing I wanted to talk about. Um, hmm, it was in regards to, of course, AGP, which is kind of I talk about other things here, but AGP and the, I guess the feelings that spring up around relapsing on semen retention, and yeah, and I guess the exploration of the fantasy. It's a funny thing. So I just recently, like 15 minutes ago, relapsed, and I've been on a bit of a relapse cycle where I go 2 days and then relapse again, 2 days, relapse again. And what I really should have done is, it happened a few days ago that I relapsed after 10 days, and I should have cataloged it then, because I think there was um, a lot of processing I was doing there with more clarity, and now my mind is a little bit hazy due to this, like, 1 day or two. Like, sometimes, actually, I think when I relapsed after 10 days, the following day I just jerked again. I was just like, oh, whatever. I'm in a binge now. So yeah, there's a ton of people saying that that cycle is very unhealthy, and I agree. Um, but again, I haven't really found a way to manage my AGP in a way that's not repressing it, because when I engage in self pleasure activities, I it allows me to just go and be in that fantasy, which that's why I'm curious. I wish more AGP people kind of explored this semen retention or nofap, because I am curious as to. I mean, I think there are people AGP people exploring it, because the main drive of like heterosexual males is to find a woman and have sex, and then it's a very different thing to desire to be a woman and to be sexually aroused by that. Um, yeah, I do notice that, and again, I don't try to repress, but it's more like I try to divert. So, and just keep myself busy. If I can keep myself busy, I don't even really think about like, I gotta resist the urge to masturbate. If life is just busy and I'm preoccupied with mainly social activities are actually a saving grace for me. But and then I hardly can be alone in the same room in alone in a room with the internet. Basically, is something that I just have no power over. Anyway, these are more what I wanted to talk about was, like, yeah. So self pleasure is a way to just kind of really steep myself and, like, really simulate the fantasy, and really, like, allow AGP within myself to just, like, breathe and live and move. Um, and it's kind of the only time I just kind of really let go. Um, so yeah, I'm trying to think of another way to kind of let go, and that on that level with such. I think dancing and stuff, but the thing is, I actually noticed that I do have a desire to, yeah, to be and uh, to be with someone, and particularly I am more into femininity, but I do wonder if I've suppressed. I think I might be either, AGP is a type of autosexuality, but I do enjoy physical touch from people and cuddling quite a bit when I can get it, which isn't really often, but very rarely actually. But yeah, and I just wonder that if I have indoctrinated myself to be like, well, no, I can't receive that from a male. So I've never really ever cuddled with a guy, because I've just never explored kind of homosexuality as a possibility. Not that, even, I don't know. I don't think cuddling with a guy is really gay. Well, I guess it is. Yeah, I guess it is. I guess I consider it more like penetrative, and type of penetrative sex is full-on sexual activity. Um, anyway, I'm deviating a lot from the point. The point is, ooh, it's I think the point that I had in my mind a few days ago when I first relapsed um, was how this feminine side of myself. No, that's not the right wording. It's, hmm. Let me think. I have to think. So I relapse, and then I feel quite calm and not motivated to do anything, but calm, which is pleasant. Um, yeah. So okay, so for me, I know that if I go on these binge cycles, like, this is has nothing to do with AGP at this point. This is just purely physiological, which is why I think no fap and semen retention are good. I'm just gonna call it SR, or maybe just no fap, whatever. They're good because I think depleting your resources in that way, like if just like I don't know, I don't know what the science behind it is, but if you watch a bunch of these, basically like they're kind of like spiritual esoteric points of views on semen retention and stuff like that, they're like very they're suggesting that semen is one of the most expensive or most taxing thing on the body to create. And there's all these suggestions that there's a 60-day cycle and stuff like that. And I don't know if any of that's true, but there is actually scientific evidence that if you don't bust it up for 7 days, your testosterone does raise by a significant amount. And that makes sense. That all makes sense to me. So, yeah, I guess it always comes back to the question. So I believe it's good. I believe it can bring about clarity, but I do think mismanagement will lead to a bit of strain. And I'm just like, yeah, this isn't that deep of a talk. This one, I think I'm scratching the surface on some stuff that I'd like to go deeper in on, and I think I'll just kind of close this talk with perhaps, if anyone is actually listening to this, next time you are potentially edging or beginning to start a gooning session, try to, well, it's up to you, but try to really observe yourself doing what you're doing in a very non-judgmental way. But like both observe yourself, what you're doing, and observe the people on the screen that you're watching and pleasuring yourself to. And I don't know, it's an interesting thing. It's okay. So the thing is, I watch a lot of female porn, and also very convincing cross dressers. It's just very appealing to me. All these people are they're seeking validation by presenting in a certain way, and maybe it's not validation, but they're seeking something, an attention. They want your attention. They want not even your specific attention. They just want masses of attention. And this isn't just trans adult actresses and crossers. This is basically everyone online who like this is the TikTok generation and the entertainment. I don't know. Everyone wants attention, and the type of I don't know. It's just observe it. Just observe the stuff you're wanking off to, I guess. Like really observe what's going on. Like okay, I'll give an example. Like you're watching a trans actress, like and for me, I'm watching a trans actress, and I want to be her. I want to have giant tits and a massive dick and have a huge ass and just jack off and come and do that like all day long. But I don't know. These people are real people living real lives, and I guess the question to ask myself is, do I really want to start hormone therapy and get a bunch of surgery and probably excommunicate myself from my family, which honestly, that part's not so bad. I'm kind of in a state right now where I'm going a little bit minimal contact with my family. But yeah, it's like, do I really want to do all these things, or is it just a fleeting fantasy of I have a misdirected anima or something, an unhealthy anima, which is I guess Carl Jung's female self or animus type thing. I need to look more into that stuff because I don't know well. But the idea that my feminine arousal target, as Ray Blanchard or whatever puts it, is totally misguided and like redirected inward. And see that's the question. Is like, do I really want to live my life as either an extremely feminine man or a trans woman? And most times, the answer is no. There's just moments. There's moments in the day where I just want to be. But why? But why do I want to be like just a hot woman kind of thing? I think that's ultimately the question. It's like, why am I here in this state? I think it's some kind of trauma response. Those people argue that it's innate. Yeah, this is a total ramble. I'm just gonna go off of this. Why? Yeah, that's just I guess my kink. I just want to. I don't know. I look at like I've been working out a little bit. I'm kind of happy with some of the results. I still think I kind of look meh, whatever. I think again it feels right maybe because I have testosterone to live. Maybe I'm corrupted. Maybe my mind is corrupted a little bit. Because the idea of when I'm not sexually aroused to be like a frail feminine kind of can't do anything guy is, I mean, that's not, see, this is where the stereotypes come in. I'm like stereotyping what a woman is, which is like the stereotype of a dainty woman that can't pick up a power drill and use it, which is not true. Like there's, I know a ton of, I'm friends with a lot of women that are very, like empowered and can do actually quite practically useful things, like renovations and all this stuff. I know quite a handful, and they're cute, and it's not like they're not manly or anything. They're actually attractive. So I think I'm putting in my head certain things, but I don't know. I don't know. It's like, I guess I could live life that way, but I don't know. Like again, it's just like it's the ordeal of like if I really really wanted to present as very feminine, I would have to get facial feminization surgery because my face does not look feminine. It's like it just doesn't. I don't enjoy wearing makeup. I hate it. I think I've gone over this in another video why I wouldn't transition. So maybe I actually want to do a part 2 of that because I do have other reasons of why I wouldn't want to transition. Which I'm not going to talk about right now because I think I might post this. It's just a ramble. Just a ramble. No one listens to this stuff anyway. Yeah, the initial thing was relapsing. Okay, I still believe that semen retention. Okay, that it won't cure AGP, which I would like. I really not like to have AGP because it's just annoying. But again, the side tangent is AGP actually a repression of a trans identity? Because I don't really ever feel I had gender dysphoria. I was never like, oh my god, I hate my body. One thing I always hated, and I don't hate anymore, but I still like I look at it, I'm like I'm pretty hairy, like I'm a very hairy guy. I don't like it. I look at it, I'm like, I don't like how hairy I am. It's just really kind of like to me, it's like I don't find it appealing, but it doesn't like I don't look at it and go like, get this off my body. I'm more like, oh, that's kind of, I wish I didn't have that, but whatever. Like, this is what I am. I guess I'm just more like, whatever. Maybe I've done enough psychedelics to be like, this be my body. This is the vessel I'm riding in this universe. So, yeah, there's just so many things to be in a state of perpetually being feminine. It would require me actually to be more concerned about my physical appearance. And to an extent, I am concerned about it to some degree. Like, I don't really want to get fat or anything, so I work out. But I kind of enjoy exercising, so it's like really, I'm actually trying to gain weight to gain some muscle mass because I'm otherwise quite skinny. I've never really had much of a gut. I have a little bit of a gut now because I've been putting on a bit of weight, which is a kind of a good thing for me. But yeah, but I kind of wish that my fat redistribution was a little bit different. But again, if I started taking things like hormones and stuff, which maybe I should just experiment with that just to see how it affects my emotions. Maybe I could be more in my emotional body, which could benefit me in ways I can't understand right now. But again, regards to that, like if I wanted to present fully feminine all the time, I'd need to get laser hair removal. I don't really like. I kind of like myself with like I have like a beard kind of going and stuff like that. It's not like a big one or anything, but it's just an aesthetic. So I got laser hair removal on my face, that would be like, okay, well, no more beard forever. But then if I didn't, it'd be like 5 o'clock shadow always. So then that illusion is gone. So it's like I don't know. There's no. It feels like there's no. Yeah, to fully commit is just like there's this full commitment to basically appearances, and even though it's kind of doable, it's just like there's kind of no reversal. Like I was like, oh damn, if I want to go back, it's like now I can't grow a beard, blah blah blah. So maybe there's a fear of commitment on my end, but also, yeah, I don't desire to be. I want to concern myself just with different things than my appearance. So, well, that's the question. It's like, is my AGP a repression of actually trans identity, and then it would benefit me to consume myself? Because if I was to kind of commit to socially transitioning, then I know that I would be obsessed if I go out obsessed with looking as feminine as possible. And the thing is, like I said, I don't have dysphoria. I'm fine with my body. I'm really fine the way it is. It's more just like when that urge comes up, it's like I desperately. It's almost like a, ooh, that would be if I could magically become a woman all of a sudden at the snap of a finger. That'd be amazing, and then I could just go back to being a guy. So right now it feels like that idea to fully like get surgery, get breast augmentation, get butt implants, get laser hair removal, get facial surgery, nose job, all this stuff, which takes years and stuff, and you have to recover from it and all this stuff just to fulfill my sexual urges. That's the part that I'm like, well, I don't know if that's worth it. And that's why I think that circling back to the very initial point of this recording, what is it? I guess it's the feeling I get after a relapse. It's like or I guess during masturbation, I get to just live out the fantasy in kind of a safe space and in kind of comfort and just kind of explore that, and then just come out the other end, literally, and and then just resume life if I can. Yeah, and I don't have much shame about it either nowadays. But again, my shame is when I like if I go 10, 14 days and then I wank one off. These days I'm just like, okay, well, I'd like to go 30 days or longer, more just to experience what it is, but it's not so bad. It's more than when I relapse, I'm just like, oh, okay, like I'm fine. But then it's like when I do it again that same day, and then the next day I do it again, and maybe I take, and then I go and then I start a new streak, as it's called, for 1 to 2 days, and I'm like, oh fuck, it's only 2 days. I'll just reset it back to one for tomorrow and faff again, and that can go on for a couple weeks sometimes, where I'll go 3 days, jerk it, go 3 days, jerk it, and it's yeah, it's. I think that's the part where I kind of get a little bit upset with myself. Where I like a bit of self control because I like to stay in the fantasy. So, and that's actually when I start to question, should I be should I be trans and all these things. Usually when I'm on NoFap, actually, it kind of diminishes because I start working on my creative projects and getting involved more socially. So yeah. So I guess that kind of gives my answer there a little bit. Again, the thing is, I need to go a little bit longer. I need to have some protocols when I get urges. Maybe I'll make a video where I kind of write out a list of things I can do to 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 quench the fantasy. At the moment, I would actually be into exploring cross dressing. I've done it once before, and it was kind of interesting, but it made me realize how much I hate makeup and how much I'm not really into shaving. Like I'm just not into. I just don't care for doing makeup. I don't like products on my face. Period. I just hate it. Um, and I wasn't very good at it too. So maybe that's something to do with it. But I personally am more in the hippie realm where I just don't like products. Oh, there's a cat. All right, I'm gonna end it there because I think I've rambled quite a bit.